Hi everyone, this is Harry from Ailtra. Alright, so we developed the funding rate arbitrage screener for everyone, and this video is very special because I'm going to demonstrate you how you can earn almost minimum 2 to 3% every day. It's possible, yes. It sounds like a crazy. This is not a promotional video or nothing, but I'm just demonstrating you how you can achieve that, and it's completely risk free. There is a one funda called a funding fee. So funding fee is available on every exchanges. So like let's say if Bitcoin is running on one direction, so if it's going on the long side, so whoever is holding their coins on a short side, so long, the people who holding the long, they needs to pay money to the people holding short, and that's required. You can see the concept is to control the price of any asset. The exchange punishes them, whoever is going against the trend, just to narrow down the spread between future and spot. So that difference says a funding fee. Okay, and funding fee in Bitcoin is very small, like you can see that 0.00018. And if we can do the Kelsey, then it's multiply 3, so that's per day, and that's per month, and yearly 3%, that's on the Bitcoin. But at Ailtra, we have developed a screener. So that is the automatically scan everything on Binance, on Bybit, and on OKX. All of the three platform, we scan all available future asset who are offering funding fees, and we do all the calculation and display it here just for you. So you can see that this is the highest funding rate. Can you believe that there is a coin on Binance says SXP? They are offering 1.31% as a funding fee, and the cycle is the 8-hour cycle. So let me show you as a proof, because it's not like the fire in the air. So if you click on the Binance, it will direct you to that particular coin on Binance. So you can see that's SXP, and the funding rate changes on every minute somewhere. The current is 0.97 and the previous is 1.31, as you can see here. Now if I click on the funding rate history, so you can see that this coin issue every 8 hour as a funding fee. It started from 0.06, 0.26, next is 1.18. You can see that, guys, 1.18 and then 1.33 and 1.31. That means in 24 hour you have made almost 3.7%. That's a massive number. Let's go back to the site here. So let's say on the, you can see total funding in 24 hour. If I can highlight it here, this column says how much is the total funding in the last 24 hour. It's at 3.84%. And if you can just show the trend, you can see starts from 1, 2 and 3. On the trend, when you hover, it shows the last three dot, what was the funding fee over there. And you can see if you have invested $1,000 with 1x leverage, 3-hour funding, 3-hour period, 1.28% as a funding rate, you have made $38 flat. Now that is excluding the fees. You can see that the total fee is 5.8%. And if you hover anywhere, you will see the notional is $1,000. Entry cost is $2.8 because the fee for the maker and taker is slightly 0.04%. And then I'm also adding the 0.2% as a slippage. And same for the exit. So total combining is $5.6. That's the entry and exit cost. Now the question comes to your mind, like, if it's that level of easy, then why not everyone is doing the same thing? All right, so there is a tricky thing. See, it's not an easy things to do. Okay, you need a proper setup. Like, first of all, if you want a risk-free things, this we are doing as a perpetual. Now let's say if we are sorting on Binance on any coin, same amount of coin you can buy in a spot, so that will hedge the position. That calls as a delta neutral strategy. You may always have the fear, like let's say this coin is offering 1.1%, and if I can go to the Bybit, So you can see that, wow, that's a massive growth. Like if I can count the candle, it's a 53% up in the last 2 hours only. So what if I sorted the coin? If it's rise 53%, I could lose 50% of my amount. But no, it's not the way it works. You have sorted at one area, you are long at one area. So if price goes to 100% up or 90% down, you really don't care, because at one side you are making money, at one side you're losing money. So it's going to be stay equivalent and you'll only get the funding fee. Can you see that? What is the funding fee here? That's insane. 5% funding fee. Imagine if you have invested $1,000, you are getting 5% in just 8 hours of time. That's insane. All right, so coming back to the our area, it's not even updated here because we update on every 30 minutes or so here, but we will bring it back to the real time soon. So yeah, I just wanted to show I never saw more than 3%, but that was insane amount, 5%. All right, so one more thing I wanted to show you is the coin says Pipin. This is this is mind blowing coin. And if I can go to the Bybit first, then I'll explain on the over the site. See, current funding rate is 0.29%. And the most important thing, this coin offer funding rate every single hour. You don't need to wait for 8 hours. On every hour, you will get 0.29%. And they are giving the same rate since you will be very surprised to see that. Look at the chart. Since last 24 hour, every hour they are giving like 1%, 0.7, 0.3, 0.5, whatever. And total amount is 9.82% in the last 24 hour. Can you imagine that? That's a massive amount. That's a massive amount. Like it's like a jam. 9.82% in just last 24 hours. So if you invested $1,000, you could have $100 now. Sorry, yeah, $100 now. Imagine, like, that's the power of funding when you always get covered with the long and short, so you don't need to worry for anything else. And you can even see the chart here, how much was that and all. I can even verify that on the Bybit or even Binance. See, this coin available in Bybit, on Binance as well. On the Binance, you could have met 9.53% on the last 24, and you can see in the Binance it's stable funding rate 35, 35, 36, 35. Let me explain detail in the Binance. If I'm opening the Binance and current funding rate is 0.45, I'm clicking on the view funding rate history and look at that. That's insane. Every hour, see, 7:30, 0.22, 8:30, 0.27, and so on. You can see that 0.54, the highest was 0.60 as well, and now it's almost going on the direction 0.50. So yeah, so that's what the funding fee means. And this is the free tool we are offering. If you want this tool, just comment below, I want funding free arbitrage scanner or something, and we will send the GitHub link to your personal email or personal ID, and yeah, we'll respond back to the comment as well. So please drop a comment below if you want the tool. That's completely free of cost. There is no cost at all. And also, this is the first step only. The next step is the cross exchange arbitrage. This is something different. Like, let's say one coin is offering only they're offering if you short the spot and buy the perpetual, which is not possible, because in this spot you can't short. You can only short in the perpetual contract. So there is one more thing. You can do cross exchange arbitrage. Let's say any pair which is available in both exchange, you can long in one exchange, you can short in second exchange, and you will get the net funding fee at like this. You can see the net rate is 1%, which is a massive. So this tool will also explain you as how you can earn money using cross arbitrage, cross exchange arbitrage as well. So this is also available, and that's completely free of cost. We also have one more page says coin analysis. It takes a bit of time because it's compile all the data over there. So this page shows you from which coins you need to stay away, because so many coins are the which flipping like in very few minutes. So you can see which is very high risk coins are there. You can see we haven't even displayed that. It's 9 times they change in 24 hours. Just stay away from this coin. So this is also we develop. It's also part of the software. So please drop a comment below if you need something like that, and we'll definitely send it back to you guys. All right, cheers, and thank you so much. Bye.